Good afternoon, lovely people of YouTube, and welcome to Veganuary week 3. We're in the third week of our 1 month long January vegan challenge, in which our diet is entirely devoid of animal products and just a tiny bit of joy. In today's video, I want to give you some more chill vlog content just for some easy Sunday viewing, as well as some meal inspiration and of course, a cheeky wee recipe at the same time. If you want to see if we made it through this week without cheating, spoiler, we didn't. Do keep watching, and I hope you enjoy this week's video. Lads, it's lunchtime and I'm in the midst of making a huge mess, making a non-vegan cake for a friend, but it is lunchtime. So here we have fairly colourful, but also a bit weird looking, 2 slices of sourdough bread, some smashed avocado and some leftover aubergine tomato sauce stuff from Fran's aubergine parmigiana, which he made recently. So it doesn't look particularly vegan, looks kind of pretty and it tastes very good. Dinner tonight, we have some steamed rice that has a bit of lemon through it and some kind of crispy spring onions, some crispy breaded tofu bits and some sweet chili cauliflower. A little bit on the beige side, but still tasty. So today's working lunch is just a little bit of a sandwich. Some kind of posh white bread with some avocado left over from yesterday, kind of grated carrot ribbons, fancy, some of the Violife cheddar, some rocket and some hot sauce. Nothing fancy, but decent, healthy, satisfying. So tonight's dinner is from JW Sushi, a local sushi delivery place. We have some veggie gyoza, we have some vegetarian uromaki, we have some kind of cucumber and avocado vegetarian maki there, and we have these kind of tofu wrapped things. Good eating. Good morning, my loves. It is a Wednesday today. We are kind of halfway through week 3, which is fine, and all is still well. No limbs have fallen off yet. So for breakfast today, we are having some lovely, gorgeous green kiwi. Do let me know in the comments, are you the kind of person that cuts open a kiwi and eats it with a spoon, like a boiled egg? Or do you do what I do, take the skin off and slice it into little bits like this? Alongside that, I'm having my favourite Alpro vanilla yogurt, the one that tastes like custard. Cannot recommend it enough if you are UK based or if you can get Alpro products wherever you live. And some of the coconut oat granola that we've been having a lot recently. So nothing particularly fancy, nice and kind of balanced after eating almost a whole tub of Ben & Jerry's vegan chocolate fudge brownie last night. Chef, what's for lunch today? Just spinach.
Spinach and vegan burger.
Good evening, lovely people. It's just me for dinner tonight. Let me show you what we're having. So this lovely bubbling pan full of red tinted goodness is just kind of a lot of leftover veg, a few bits and pieces, you know, half an onion, a few kind of sad looking carrots, a tin of tomatoes, some leftover chickpeas, and basically just kind of stewed it all together for probably just over half an hour or so, just till everything kind of softens and it kind of thickens up into a sauce. And in true Kelly style, I have made enough couscous to feed about 5 people. I'm obsessed with couscous. It's the fastest cooking grain and it multiplies like rabbits. So I'm going to take less than you see here, but I'm going to take some couscous and I'm going to take some of this and just have this nice kind of cozy, nourishing vegetable stew type thing. That is just a lovely wee bowl of stuff. So tonight's dinner is quite an exciting one. We're having some pulled oomph from Oomph. I have seen this brand for quite a while, but never actually had the chance to try them until I noticed that our local big Sainsbury's was able to deliver. So it's like a soy-based kind of pulled pork thing. And I'm very excited about it. And we're going to be having it in just these nice kind of ciabatta rolls that we had some burgers in earlier in the week. Hopefully, it's going to be good. So the kind of soy meat itself has the texture of the usual kind of soy protein or tofu kind of thing. It has that really nice kind of smoky barbecue sauce on it. If you're a big fan of pulled pork and you're thinking about dropping some meat, this is probably worth checking out actually.
So I did some baking last night. And as is the common theme with most baking, with most recipes that we're tackling this month, just look at it. Just look at it. I don't even have to explain.
This was supposed to be a pavlova. This poor, sad, flat pancake of sugar was supposed to be a pavlova. So I made this with aquafaba, which I might have explained already is kind of the liquid that comes from a can of chickpeas. Now, it doesn't sound particularly appetizing. It doesn't look particularly appetizing, I'll be honest, but the kind of proteins and kind of other stuff in aquafaba allows it to be whipped up and used a lot like egg whites, sometimes. So I have previously made several kinds of vegan meringues with just a basic kind of aquafaba recipe. You can actually find a vegan meringue recipe on my blog already for little kind of meringue kisses, but clearly not everything translates in size. So this was supposed to be a kind of blended white and brown sugar vanilla meringue, which I was going to top with whipped coconut cream, some fruit and some chocolatey bits, but I'm afraid at the moment it is just a super flat meringue. Now, as you may be able to hear, the texture isn't actually too bad. We have that crispy top and we have that sort of slightly more sticky and chewy interior, but that is too flat for anyone to work with. So
either I'll remake this again, or tonight I'm just gonna get sad and make some cookies instead.
It's finally the weekend and this is the last day of week 3 of Veganuary. So it's been a bit of a kind of snacky day because I've done some baking. As you saw, I had some fruit in one of those pretty decent vegan pain au chocolat for breakfast. Did some baking this morning though, which means that there's been a little bit more snacking. So what you see here isn't actually a new recipe. It's been on the vlog for a little while, but I would seriously recommend it. These are my salted dark chocolate cookie bars, completely vegan. As you can see, I had a few odds and ends of chocolate to use up, so I used my usual favorite, in this Cocoa Runners dark chocolate, but I also had just a couple of squares of this lovely 80% Heist chocolate as well. You may have seen me review these bars on the channel. If not, do check them out if you get a chance. They're based in Wales and they're seriously good. They're very similar to the vegan cookie recipe I already have a video for on the channel, but they're just a bit more kind of chunky, as you can see, and if you like kind of cookie dough and stuff like that more than cookies themselves, these are seriously good. So I've had a couple of those just because I fancied some, and I'm not really super in the mood for lunch, and it's like already 3 o'clock, so I'm just having a little bit of a snack, and I'll have a proper kind of big meal when Francesco comes home from work today. So just having some little kind of apple slices and some walnuts. Nothing particularly fancy, but snacks are great. We might be cheating again.
It's Sunday. Aubergine Parmigiana
it's
class
Saturday, Daphne.
Saturday.
Francesco has been teaching his virtual classes how to make this incredible aubergine parmigiana, and as we explained last week, it seems the more vegan thing to do to not let it go to waste. And there's only 2 of us. We're not seeing anyone because of lockdown, so we don't really have the chance to give it away. So please, much like the end of last week's vlog, turn a kind blind eye to the cheese on top. But what do we have underneath, my dear?
Well, aubergines, we've got basil, mozzarella, parmesan, and tomato sauce.
Look at that.
Tomato.
So excited. So week 3 is done. We are 3/4 of the way through our January vegan eating challenge. If you guys are following along with the vegan eating, do let me know. Let me know of the delicious or not so delicious things you've been eating, or if you're just here as an escape from the lockdown restrictions you're facing as well. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed this week's video and that you maybe even get a chance to try out the little recipe. Don't forget you can get many more vegan and even more non-vegan recipes at maverickbaking.com. But in the meantime, that is all I have time for this week. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you for the next one.